you're being robbed right now. And I'm like, what? And we get stopped, and then they go through our stuff. You're going to give us a lot of money, or we're going to keep all your gear for a crazy amount of time in a warehouse somewhere. And I'm like, so I got in touch with the promoter. He spoke with the people at the airport. So they're like, we give up. We're just going to give it to the next people. There's going to be a shift change. You can deal with them.
Like all the world wars, like nobody messed with Switzerland, left them alone. Yep, and that's where all the big bank accounts are.
You have a new single out.
Yes.
It's called what? 4 Horses?
4 Horses, yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you guys like it?
Oh yeah. We actually just watched
You
the
can be
video
honest,
before you showed up.
Yeah.
And I was floored, man.
Oh,
so
man.
props to
Dude,
you, Mike.
yeah, man.
Thanks, guys. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, is that Professor X? is that Professor X? And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, it is. So I'm starstruck. Oh my God, that's really him. And that's not him. That's not Patrick Stewart. And I'm like, no, stupid, like the new one. Because they're kids now.
Welcome back
To the jam.
with Brock and Dan.
I'm Brock.
I'm Dan. And today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Mike Felker.
Welcome, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
One of us.
The vocalist of a band called Convictions. And are you stoked to be here?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not being murdered right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a...
The boonies.
It's out in the cut.
Yeah, we're in the country, so I was a little nervous pulling up, not going to lie.
Yeah. There is Rusty Shacks. I was about to say, there's no Rusty Shacks, but there's like 2 of them. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. The first time I pulled up here, I'm like,
I don't
am I
have
at
any
the right house?
I don't have any meat hooks or anything though, so.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's coming
This is cool.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good to see you.
it's good to see you too, buddy.
Yeah. I knew it. I was just telling them, I'm like, I don't think he likes to be called Bud.
No,
I'll respect you, Mike. Don't worry.
it's equivalent to like Mikey. Like
Yeah.
whenever I get a Mikey,
That's a good one.
I will write you off. Don't
Really?
do not call me Mikey.
What if I text you and be like, hey, Mikey?
Well, that's why I text you. I'm always like Trooper or Chief or
Chief,
Buddy
yeah.
or Scout. It's the worst.
Or John Boy. Anybody
Well,
named John?
I'm sorry for that. That was my bad. Because I call everyone Bud. It's just what I do. I don't know why I do it, but I don't even know when it started. But I remember at Zach's wedding, I called you Bud, and you're like, the look on his face was like, what the hell did he just call me?
I'm a man. I don't know. Maybe it's like it's probably like a defense thing, because like you and I growing up, like you were like a superior to me, and like because like your band was bigger at the time, and, like
Yeah.
so like
Thank you.
I looked up to you, and I was like, hearing you say Bud, I'm like, oh my gosh. Bud.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I thought we're equals.
This derogatory thing.
Oh boy, no,
like, hey,
no.
Bud.
It was never that. I literally call everyone Bud.
Yeah.
So it's
Should
just
be a dad thing.
yeah, it has to be because I call Kai Bud all the time.
Buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
Yeah, guy.
Not your guy,
Not your
friend. You ever seen an episode of South Park?
No, I don't watch South
Terrence and
Park.
Phillip?
I probably
Oh, yeah.
should, but I'm a Family Guy type of
Dude.
guy.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Whatever, dude.
We might as well shut the pod down right now.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
What's up, Dalton? How you doing?
What's up, guys?
How you doing today, Dalton? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. We got a really special guest on here, actually. So, you guys are just over there nonchalantly chilling, but
Yeah.
I'm over here. I want to get to these questions because,
Oh,
dude,
the hot
Mike,
seat.
you just got back from doing some really, really awesome event.
Yeah.
Right? So, if you could do us a solid, bro, and let us know what you just got done doing and how it's been getting back home, I guess.
Yeah. So you're talking about Éxodo Fest. So we just played a festival in Mexico, which is our first time being in Mexico, and it was crazy because we were asked to headline like a month ago. So like we just found out. Yeah. It just kind of showed up on our lap, and it's funny enough too. I was on a cruise, so I'm just balling, bro. I'm like,
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that you were on a cruise.
this is my first cruise, so yeah, I'm like balling out, and yeah, then I'm getting these messages like super delayed because there's like no service in the ocean or whatever. So, Zach's texting me, hey man, like what's going on with this Mexico thing? I don't think it's gonna happen. And there's a lot of back and forth negotiating and things. But yeah, we ended up landing it, and then on our way there, you know, like we were anxious because there was a lot of family members and friends like nervous for us because there's a stigma with Mexico being you know, dangerous, and you know, you hear all the cartel stuff, and
right,
dude, horror stories coming out of there,
literally horror stories.
Dude,
yeah, it's terrifying.
We got a buddy, he goes sometimes work down on the border and he tells us some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and it's legit. Yeah, like you got to be careful. Yeah, we're all nervous, and you know, who knows like what's gonna happen. We're kind of just playing it by ear. We land, we get to the airport, and everything seemed cool and kosher. You know, I'm like, oh, this ain't bad at all. This is Mexico City. This is kind of like their capital, their version of Washington D.C. or whatever. So it's like very government focused, so it should be safe.
Right.
Airport was nice, and yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, this is great. Like, I don't know what everyone's worried about. And then yeah, like everything's going fine, and then we get stopped right before we're getting ready to like leave the customs area. We get stopped, and then they go through our stuff, and then
it's like you're already out on the street.
No. So like we're getting ready to cross like the checkpoint in the airport to get into Mexico, and you know, there's these people with badges, and they look official, and they start going through our stuff, and then I really couldn't understand. I don't speak Spanish really, so they're going through our stuff, speaking Spanish, and then they basically, what I got out of them was like, you're gonna give us a lot of money, or we're gonna keep all your gear for a crazy amount of time in a warehouse somewhere. And I'm like, we're only here for 3 days. Like, we can't. Like, what's going on? So I got in touch with the promoter. He spoke with the people at the airport, and he basically goes, hey, like, there's a lot of corruption down here. You're being robbed right now. And I'm like, what? And so wait
a minute, hold on, wait. So the people that stopped you, they were trying to rob you.
Yes.
Like
and these are my God.
These are like official like airport people. So
trying
like
to get a bribe.
Yeah, really. So you know, we're panicking. It ended up being 3 hours of like negotiations, and
unreal.
Did you have a translator with you?
Well, my contact at the festival was speaking to them, so I gave them my phone, and they just walk off with my phone, and I'm like,
dude,
what's going on?
This gotta be scary.
Another language, yeah, and this is my first experience in Mexico, and you know, he was basically just saying like, I'm gonna go to your superiors and really, you know, settle this, and they didn't want to deal with that, so they were caught between that scenario of being like possibly punished by their, you know, superiors, or taking our bribe. So they're like, we give up. We're just going to give it to the next people. There's going to be a shift change. You can deal with them. So then we just waited, and you know, because we can't like make a break for it. You know, like let's go. Let's get out of here. We talked about it. Zach and I looked at each other. We're like, we should just go, dude. Like, let's just go.
Oh, I could see Zach going like, hey, I'm down if you're down.
Yeah,
we'll worry about it later.
Literally.
Yeah,
we were contemplating that. So basically, long story short, 3 hours pass. We get the official documents. Everything's fine. We're good to go. And then I haven't even mentioned anything about the festival playing it, which was incredible. But
no, keep going. Keep going because this is great.
Well, I kind of want to jump to the end. So they give me this document, and you know, they stamp it. Everything's official. The people from the festival, they're very adamant. They're like, you need to make sure when you go back to the airport that you give them this document. This is very, very important. It's government signed, all that. So that way everything's, you know, dot your I's, cross your T's. Okay, cool, no problem. We get to the airport. I hand them the documents, and it's like they've never seen it before. They're just, what is this? Like, I don't, you know, they just hand it back to me. So I'm like, okay. And so I call the contact at the festival, and he's like, yeah. He's like, you know, they probably don't even keep records of this stuff. He's like, at least, you know, we tried. But like, yeah, we get back to the airport, completely different vibe. We're not being robbed. We have like people from the airport like, can we take pictures, and you know, with badges and stuff, police. Like, we're taking pictures with them.
So night and day.
Yeah, it was like celebrity treatment, and then the other was like getting ready to get you know,
mugged.
Yeah, it was pretty
So you got to see like every angle.
Both sides, yeah. It's like the good and bad, but you get that anywhere, really.
It's got to be like when stuff like that happens to like me, like nothing that crazy, but like afterwards, I'm like, yeah, man, I went through that. You know, like kind of yeah. I'm like, yeah, they tried to get me. You know, no, that's how I am.
That was we had already been like 10 hours of traveling at that point.
Oh my god,
you're probably ready to go to bed.
Oh yeah,
because I seen Zach's snap. He sent me a snap when you guys were on, like, I don't know if it was the transport like transportation from the airport, but you guys all had your luggage and all that stuff, and you guys all looked dead tired.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, I think at that point I was up for like 20 hours or something.
Oh my God, no way, dude.
Yeah, it was a really fast weekend. We ended up playing two dates on that fest, and yeah, it was pretty wild. It was like a Christian organized event, and so we played the first night. It was a 30-minute set, and that was pretty cool. Like, it was a main stage, and there's a good amount of people there. But then the next morning, I got to share my testimony. They had like a church service kind of set up.
Yeah.
And so I had a translator, and I got to share my testimony, and that was really special for me, like just spiritually.
Yeah.
Got to really have some cool heart-to-hearts with some families and stuff like that. And then that night, we played. We headlined, and it was like 11 p.m. It was pretty late.
Wow.
Full pyro. They had confetti
on.
cannons. Like, they had a biker gang that showed up. Which was
really? The second night you said?
Yeah.
Got you.
It was very eventful, and it was all like within like almost like a DIY kind of amusement park. There was like water slides and go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, but
do any of that?
I didn't get to really enjoy much. I had a few like few good meals at some of the vendors there.
All right, I gotta ask. I'm sure the food's like 100 times better down there, Mexican food. Mm-hmm. I'm just assuming.
So
it has to be. It's in Mexico.
So yeah, I had like tacos and enchiladas and like, you know, your standard, and like I went into it like you're thinking like where
like it's gonna be awesome.
Because here in America, like, you know, we're so it's a, you know, mixing pot. There's a lot of first generation Mexican families here that own restaurants and stuff.
Right.
So like you're getting really authentic food here.
Yeah.
Especially when you get closer to like Texas and stuff. But yeah, I went into it with that mindset, like, because there's that stigma. You know, if you had Mexican friends and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, like this ain't the real thing." You know, you gotta have.
Everybody says that.
I was about to say we've had that.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't Mexican food.
Yeah.
Let me take you to my grandma's house.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be awesome. Well, I had that. I was like, I gotta see what's up. You know, like, come on, like, is it really better? What's going on? I will say the produce is so much fresher.
Really?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because they don't have the wax coating or Gordon Foods and stuff. So
everything's so processed.
Yeah, they don't really have that. And it's much farm to table there.
I was about to say it's farm to table. It's not farm to ship.
Right.
Shipped across the ocean. Yeah, and then to table, or then to the store, then to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wouldn't really be the ocean, but yeah, like
it's
well, like, unless you're going to the Gulf. But yeah,
you might get food from China. Who knows?
Sometimes I'm slow.
Dude, I heard they ship like cattle over to China. They process it there and ship it right back to us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
We got to stop talking about the food because
you getting hungry?
No. I you know, the older I get, the more health conscious I am about what I eat. And it freaks me out every time I have like, oh, I forgot my lunch today. Oh, I got to eat out of the wheel of death at work.
Yeah.
Like, no. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff scares me.
I'm sure
it really does.
You probably eat out of vending machines on the road, probably.
Oh yeah, it's dealer's choice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I miss
Gas Station Gourmet.
I miss those days, dude.
Gas Station Gourmet.
Let me give you a little. I don't know how you feel about donuts and chocolate milk.
Okay.
But when I used to tour full time, me and Ian used to do a donut and a chocolate milk from every gas station from every state we were in.
How do you feel about that?
It was wonderful.
Oh, you don't regret it?
No. I actually miss it. I miss it, dude. I miss going like, oh, well, what is that?
We're in
maple
Illinois?
Twist? Haven't seen that in a few weeks. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever try to dip anything else in chocolate milk?
I didn't say dip.
Oh, you didn't dip it? Have you ever done that?
No. I just, you take a bite.
Just a combo?
Yeah, just a combo. Yeah.
It's like a sponge. It like soaks up the chocolate milk. It's real good.
Oh, man.
It's bad, but it's good.
So let me ask you a question. Your testimony with the translator.
Yeah.
I used to, in case anybody didn't know, that's watching, I used to be the vocalist of a Christian band as well. And I would give my testimony on stage all the time, but I never had a translator. That, to me, seems like a really surreal moment as a vocalist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As like you're going out, you're spreading your message and you're doing your thing, but that's like a surreal moment. Like you're doing this in another country. I know you've been several to several countries, but
yeah.
But that was like when you said that, it kind of like hit me. I'm like, oh, man, that's like a surreal moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My translator was super cool, and he comes from a missionary family. So,
oh, that's cool.
So he was very talented. I don't know if you've had this happen or had someone speak on your behalf, but like you're gonna want to like segment your
so
speech.
they got time.
But like I would forget because it's spiritual and
right.
So like
right.
I would go for like a minute and a half, and there'd be a few like inflections in my prayer, like where I'm like make a gesture or something, and I would, oh my gosh, I better stop. Like he's gonna,
Yeah.
He like got it all to a T. I could tell which moments of my stories he was at with his like gestures. And
I was just about to ask.
It was incredible.
That, yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like display the emotion in your voice, like via translating.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
That's talent right there, man.
I ended up bringing him on stage for that night to like speak for me on stage too. So that was really
nice.
Cool. Yeah, it's a trippy feeling. It's happened a few times for us. It's extremely trippy when someone prays for you in another language.
I bet.
We had that in Switzerland, and this guy was speaking like a fusion of Swiss and German, which is like popular there. Really interesting dialect. But yeah, he was really like leaning into it, and it was such a funny feeling. Like it's hard to explain to someone that isn't like a believer, but yeah, you could really feel something.
Yeah.
Even though you don't understand the words, you
Kinda
can
like,
still maybe the inflections.
Yeah, like music is a universal language.
Yeah.
I feel like like you can almost even if it's another language, you can probably just feel what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was special.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's
Sorry, I didn't have the words for it there. But dude, man, that's got to be cool. You said you went to Switzerland?
Yeah, that was in 2017.
Wow. Dude, that's like one of my bucket list places I'm probably never going to go. But
yeah. It was
probably beautiful.
Otherworldly, yeah. And a huge economic jump.
Yeah.
So everything was like platinum and like stainless steel.
Well, yeah,
and Lamborghinis and
dude,
yeah.
They're like their only neutral country. Like all the world wars, like nobody messed with Switzerland, left
Swiss
them
bank
alone.
account.
Yep, and that's where all the big bank accounts are. I'm about to get one set up once this podcast takes off.
Dude, I am. You do not want me to go down that rabbit hole.
Let's not talk about money.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got none. Dude.
So you have a new single out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the future, yes. No. In the past now, yeah.
Yeah.
Came out a few days ago.
No, it's all right. It's called what? 4 Horses?
4 Horses, yeah.
Dude, it's badass.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you guys like it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
dude.
actually just watched
You
the
can be honest,
video.
I don't-
Well, we actually
Dude.
just watched the video again before you showed up.
Yeah.
And and you know me and you, we go way back.
Mm-hmm.
I am thoroughly, very impressed with your high screams.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, cool.
I swear to God, bro, I had to like rewind it the first time I heard it. I'm like, is that Quentin?
No.
Or is that Mike? And I'm like, oh my God, that's Mike. That is Mike. And I was like floored, man.
Oh,
so
man.
props to
Dude,
you, Mike.
yeah, man.
Thanks, guys.
that was
That's really
awesome.
cool to hear that.
Your
Thanks.
vocals, I mean, and obviously I used to be, I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, I used to be in the band as well. I was the first vocalist of Convictions. And so hearing where you guys are now, I was just telling these guys, like, this is the best Convictions that I have personally heard.
Wow.
And I like all the stuff, obviously. Mm-hmm. I've been to a lot of shows recently, and it's just these 2 singles,
Yeah.
game changers.
That music video is really cool too.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Like, did you have any creative input in that?
So that one was
I
kind
know
of
the
on fly.
music, but yeah.
Because we shot like 4 music videos in a week for that. So
Yeah,
Hammer
oh wait,
them
we
out.
gotta cut that out. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to spoil. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We shot multiple music videos for that week. So yeah, for that one, it was a little ragtag throwing everything together in like such a short amount of time. So my girlfriend and I, we ran to Lowe's and found this big plastic sheet that painters use.
Yeah, the drop cloth stuff.
And I had a different idea for it. Like originally, I think I wanted to like kind of almost like a Dexter scene where I'm like covered in plastic and like I was gonna put blood under and be kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
it was too thick, so we couldn't use it. So we ended up hanging it from like these rafters and shining a light through it, and it created like this really cool silhouette.
Yeah, the green.
Well, yeah, it was a green light behind us.
Yeah.
So it was like I was the first stop, and I kind of went into like theater kid mode and was doing like theatrical.
Yeah. I seen that.
And it was such a trip because I felt like so not metal. You know, I'm like interpretive dancing. And,
There's no rules, man.
Yeah, there's no rules to metal. Come on
I was
now.
like, I'm truly an artist now. Yeah, it was fun.
Did you sell some paintings now?
So what actually sparked that idea for like the whole music video to Four Horses? Like what was the whole plan behind that besides that? Like I know John filmed it.
Shout out to John, dude. John Fleischman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
He's a dog. We got to get him on this pod. Like,
He's
John's a dog.
It might happen.
who
It
knows?
might, dude.
Who knows?
But right now we got Mike Felker, so let's not worry about that.
John's my boy.
John's man, dude.
Yeah,
I wish you were here.
John's our boy, man.
Yeah, we got to get everybody on here.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
do a big one.
Yeah. So what, so did you bring that idea to John, and then he just kind of gave you his input, or
Yeah, it was
explain
collaborative.
all that.
It was collaborative. John lives like 10 minutes up the road from me, so usually I'll just go over there and we'll just kind of brainstorm. And John was also in Convictions, so he understands our ethos and our vibe. But yeah, it was kind of a post-apocalyptic theme and kind of a militant kind of vibe. So there
Yeah, I
was
was
some
gonna say.
I was picking up on that. I was like, oh, is that an AK-74? It's like it must be Eastern European or something.
He would know that.
I get
what
into that
gun
stuff.
that.
a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, and like the music video, like made the song even better.
It really
like
did.
it really matched really good with it, especially the nuke.
Yeah,
Dude,
That's pretty sweet.
I'm telling you, I'm floored, man, because
Cool.
it's really okay. Let me word it this way. The term aggressive worship. I know that's your thing. It's been a thing since I was in the band.
yeah, you probably invented it.
I did. Me and Zach.
He's trying to be humble.
No, this isn't about me. But with this newer stuff, and I've always felt it, Mike. You know this. Like I've always felt it since you came in as the vocalist. I've always felt that you were the perfect candidate to literally replace my vocals because you are aggressive. The way you scream, the way you hold the mic, the way you even like act in the music videos, like you are aggressive worship. The whole band, and especially these last two videos, it shows. And I think that like from the roots of the band till now, there's so much more maturity. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, definitely.
Like you guys have grown into something that I would have. Like I'm just kind of floored.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know what I can't believe? This guy's in my house right now. I just
And he's gonna live here forever.
forever.
He's gonna
I just saw you on my TV, and now you're sitting at a table in my house.
Boy.
That's crazy
Yeah,
how
but,
the world
like,
works.
I think
It's awesome, dude. I'm
just
stoked about it.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, that's what's
Again,
up.
I'll say that 100 times. I don't care, dude. I'm so happy you're here, dude. Thank you.
Cool.
Because when it's just me and Dan, it's just me and Dan, you know.
Yeah, we just kind of bullshit. Yeah, you know.
But
what I
now
mean?
we got something to aim for. We're gonna press you.
All right,
We're not gonna make you. Well, I think.
I can bro down.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. He's
Take my.
he's
Dude,
my,
you got some bro down guns on you, dude. I noticed that in the music video. Dude. No, I aspire to be like I want fucking freaking arms like that.
Oh man,
Sorry, dude.
too
I'm
nice.
not even
Too nice.
I'm not even stroking your ego or nothing.
Listen, Brock has had a lot of coffee and tea.
Dude,
so
I drink so much tea.
the
And
dude
I think
is
it might have been
suited.
caffeinated.
Oh man.
I thought it would help my voice not be so like,
No, you got a nice warm tone. It's very comforting.
dude.
He's
that,
been
that means
he's
a
been
lot. Thank
pacing.
you.
He's been pacing this house.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm ready. We never interviewed anybody before, so this is cool.
No, this is our first interview, and I'm glad it's you, man, because me and you go way back.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, like I was saying, the maturity is just it's there, and I think if you are a fan of Convictions, I think that you will all agree with me on this, and if you don't,
We'll meet you in the parking lot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. But yes, so the new single you just released, what can we expect after, like, in the future?
Well, I can't say too much, but I can say
Right.
we're going to be doing a headlining tour in May, so that's coming up really soon here.
Oh yeah.
We're bringing our good friends from Confession of a Traitor over, so they'll be coming from the UK again, and yeah, we'll be hitting mostly the East Coast and some southern states, and we just confirmed a few festivals for the summer. And I don't know if I can say this, but we're working on getting back to the UK and Europe probably closer to the fall.
Right on.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a lot of traveling.
Dude,
Yeah, staying busy. Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
How do you-
Especially to support the new music.
how do you handle it? No, my bad. I'm perfect at derailing stuff. But, like, how do you handle all the travel? Like, it's got to be exhausting. Well, you already mentioned it was.
Yeah, I know it's definitely exhausting. Definitely a lot of stress for sure.
Probably worth it, though. Getting up on stage, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude.
Yeah, you gotta love it because it's not
Yeah.
always gonna be easy or fun or have a good draw or make a lot
Right,
of money
right.
or whatever. So yeah, if you don't love it, you're not gonna be able to stick it out.
So, like, this is a labor of love for me. Like, I like doing this.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
But we don't have to I travel 15
Yeah, I
minutes.
don't. We don't have to go across the ocean.
Right. Not sitting on a plane for 10 hours. I've only
Yeah.
ever flown once to Zach's wedding.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's
and
it?
I had to pee the entire flight.
So just use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Nope. I did. I tried. Fucking turbulence.
Aw,
I
dude.
hit the wall. I said, "Zzz, nope.
That'd
Ain't
be
doing it."
exciting.
And this
Switchbacks.
So what is this? What
Inside
is?
joke.
I want to know more about
inside joke. We're
Switchback.
not talking about it.
All
We're
right.
not talking about it. It's an inside joke between
behind the
me
scenes.
and my dude. Okay.
Curiosity killed the cat.
So you toured in Europe in 2017.
Yeah, and we did in 2019.
Oh, okay. So twice. Okay. Oh my God, is that a
Yeah, we got another guest, Mr. Ladybug.
Mrs. Ladybug?
Mrs. Ladybug.
From A
I don't
Bug's
know.
Life.
Mrs. implies that she's married.
You met.
Oh, yeah, there's her husband.
Oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's
Welcome
so
to the
cute.
farm, Mike.
The Ladybug Farm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you toured in Europe, you met the actor James
James McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Yeah, that was in 2017. Yeah,
Okay, so how was that?
dude, it was so super crazy.
Okay.
So we were in Berlin and we had visited this World War II monument, and it is very moving. It's for all the murdered Jews. I think
Yeah.
it's literally, I think it's called like Monument of Murdered Jews.
Wow,
And
that's pretty
wow.
direct. That's
it
right
could
on
be.
the
We may need to cut that if it's not. But I'm pretty certain. But yeah, it's this World War II monument, and it's like this maze filled with pillars, and it like sinks into the ground, and it's probably about the size of a football field. You could get lost in it. And then there's just twists and turns. It gets darker and deeper, and it's really a really well thought out experience because it looks really cool and modern at first, but when you go into it, it starts, the walls kind of like cave in on you, and I had this feeling of being trapped, and then that's when the whole like experience kind of like came full circle, where I'm like, oh, like this is probably
that's-
something they may
yeah.
have felt, like the entrapment and the fear. So we were all like, heavy hearted coming out of it. So we're standing on the outskirts, and it's like in the middle of Berlin, and we're figuring out where to go. We're like, oh, maybe there's a mall or something, and we're just kind of sitting around pondering. And then this car rolls up, and it has this banner on the side. It says "Split," and then this guy and this guy and his wife get out, and I'm looking at him. I didn't know his name at the time, I'll be honest, but like I've seen Wanted, I've seen Narnia,
Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah.
Narnia.
Mr. Tumnus.
I was excited to see Split. Like I knew of his movies. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, is that Professor X? is that Professor X? And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, it is. And like, cause he like turned around and he like lifted his eyebrow. He like does this in a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
And so I'm starstruck. I'm, oh my God, that's really him. And the car says Split. It's gotta be him.
Yeah.
So I'm panicking and I'm like trying to get my phone to work, but we're in another country, so there's like not a lot of Wi-Fi. Like for us, it's really hard to use. So I'm like trying to look him up and figure out his name because I'm getting ready to go talk to him. and I'm like just elbowing everybody around me. Hey, yo, that's the guy. That's Professor X. And everyone is like dogging me. They're like, that ain't Professor X, because they're thinking Neil. They're thinking Neil Patrick Harris or whatever.
Right.
Or is that his name?
No.
Neil Patrick Harris. That's Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold
doctor.
on. Hold on. Dalton's looking it up.
Sir Patrick Stewart. Is that it? Patrick Stewart.
That sounds
Patrick
right.
Stewart. I think you are right.
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris is the guy from How I Met Your Mother,
Which is also Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Which I'm way too young to know that reference.
I don't
I know it too, and I've never watched the show. I just know it's a kid doctor.
My parents were like, Doogie Howser.
Yeah, Professor X. It's the original is Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Got you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm like, yo, it's Professor X. You guys. And I remember like someone said something like really snark. They're like, that's not him. That's not Patrick Stewart. And I'm like, no, stupid. Like the new one. Because they're kids now in the new X-Men.
Yeah.
So I'm like panicking, and I see him like, he's getting ready to go into the monument. And so I'm like, man, forget you guys. So like I go out of my way by myself, and like I tap him on the shoulder and I start talking to him, and he was so nice. Like,
that's good. That's good to hear.
Super nice. Really thick Scottish accent.
Really?
Yeah, and he speaks with American accent in a lot of his movies. So like,
you would have never guessed.
It's got to be hard to turn that off.
Yeah, so it's super Scottish, and he's like, oh, like, who are you? Why are you here? And I'm in a band. I'm on tour. Oh, that's cool. And so I asked to take a picture, and his wife takes my phone, and I'm posing with him. And then, of course, everybody from the whole tour comes along. They're like, well, we got to get a picture with him. I'm like, of course. Man, you guys don't even know who he is. Get out of here. Like, you guys are dogging me. Now you want to take the clout.
Dude. Clout chasers. Isn't that what they're called?
The clout chasers, yeah. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, he was really nice, though. He's little, though.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a lot shorter, and but he's like really well built, but he's just like 100 pounds lighter than me. He's really like
It's so crazy because a
lot of actors are like that.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie?
What the is this, Brock?
I don't know, man. It just kind of happens.
Dude, we got to clean this shit up.
Well,
we can't do a show like this.
What do we even do? I don't have a trash can.
You know what? This is a great time to shout out our sponsor, Rosebud Cleaning Company.
Rosebud Cleaning Company at 909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
You bet your bottom dollar. Because guess what? Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jeez, they really do a good job over there at Rosebud Cleaning Company at 909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
Wow. If you guys need something cleaned up, I'd get a hold of them.
You know who to call.
Rosebud Cleaning Company. At where?
909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
And thank you, Rosebud Cleaning Company,
for sponsoring us. The Jam with Brock and Dan. I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
And back to the show.
Speaking of running into actors, I had my my first, I guess, celebrity experience 2 weeks ago. Me and Anna.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Anna went to Nagoya. We called off work, played hooky, did stuff for our wedding, and we played hooky, and I had a reservation at Nagoya in Perrysburg.
This is a sushi joint?
Yeah, like Levis Commons.
Oh,
Levis Commons. For 5:30, but I was starving, and I was hitting my pen, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm high, and I'm hungry, and I'm not going to be able to wait till 5:30, right? So I moved up the reservation to 4. We get there. There's these 3 guys sitting at this hibachi table, and I'm like, oh, we're going to sit with these nerds. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, they look like...
Well, that's what you sign up for when you're doing hibachi.
Of course, especially with 2 people.
If you don't have a big party.
Yeah, if you don't have your own big party going, you're going to sit with other people.
Communal experience.
Right, but I was like, man, they probably just got done playing like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And, like just...
They didn't even invite you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that. It's just, but it's so out of my element that I was like, I get social anxiety. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is going to be awkward, Come to find out that they're all 3 comedians.
Oh, from Fat Fish Blue?
That's
a
Funny
club.
Bone, Fat Fish
Blue. Oh, is that Funny Blue?
Funny Bone.
Funny Bone,
Yeah, I
Funny
think
Bone.
it's that too.
Yeah.
It's the Funny Bone, yeah. So I look up, once I sit down and I order my drink and I'm looking at these dudes, I'm like, this dude right here looks really familiar. I'm like,
yeah, it's Mike Felker.
I was like, I could have swore I seen him.
Some nerd.
Yeah, I was like, I could have swore I seen him somewhere, like on TV. Come to find out it was the comedian Craig Conant, and I just watched his Comedy Central special 2 weeks prior.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. So I ask him, hey, are you Craig? He goes, I am, man. I am, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy. And the other two dudes were his openers.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm like the starstruck like you were. My body like filled with adrenaline. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, you get scared.
I got scared, dude. Yeah, I'm like, oh.
I gotta seize this moment.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what do I do? How do I even talk to this guy? Because I'm a fan of him. I just watched him like 2 weeks ago on Comedy Central. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just going to be myself.
Yeah.
dude.
You know, like, so we just start bullshitting. We talk. I make him laugh. He makes us laugh. It's crazy. We're all like five just kind of hanging out, talking to our cook that's cooking our food. I'm looking up tickets for that night at Funny Bone. All sold out. $115 a ticket, by the way. And I was like,
I met Rob Schneider there.
did you really?
Yeah, he
I
was
met
cool.
Pauly Shore there.
Really?
What?
Dude, that's way cool.
That's way cooler.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, hey man, I'm trying to find tickets for the show.
Yeah, sold out. Or...
It's all sold. I'm assuming it's sold out. He's like, yeah, man, it's sold out, but I'll get you guys on the guest list if you don't heckle me. And
if
I
you
said,
don't heckle me?
yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to heckle you at all. I am not going to heckle you. I'm not that guy.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. I just like to laugh. You know, like, haha, hee hee. So he gets us on the guest list. We get a hotel for the night right across the street. And we're like flabbergasted at this point. We're like, what in the hell is happening? Like, dude. Wow. So the whole night at the Funny Bone, all three of them hung out at our table. And it was insanely cool.
Wow.
I felt like
one of the guys.
Yeah. I'm
VIP.
I was like, oh. He even gave me a fist bump, like on this way up to the stage. I'm like, I've made it.
I can retire now.
I've made it. Yeah.
We're friends now.
Yeah. We're fucking friends, you know?
Dude.
I'm going to like tag you and, you know.
The only cool experience I had that's like similar to that is me and my buddy Cameron, we went to this horror movie convention called Horror Hound Weekend down in Cincinnati. I don't know if you're familiar with it at all, but he loves the Terrifier, right? You know those movies. And they're doing a signing and like a photo op and all that. Well, I knew one of these indie director dudes there, and he's like, "Hey, come to the after party tonight." I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, we go back to the hotel. It's late at night. It's like 11, not really late, but whatever. And like, oh, we're gonna go get some snacks down at the gas station. I don't really feel like going, skate down there. It's closed. We come back and we see the party's still going on. We can see the hotel open, and like, we just kind of walked in, act like we're supposed to be there, and like we round the corner and here's the cast of the Terrifier hanging out, having beers, and like he was like,
wow.
Who Cameron was?
Yeah, dude. The dude who plays the clown was like trying to hook up with some chick. It's weird seeing him like, do normal stuff.
Yeah.
But the director, his name's Damian Leone. That guy is one of the coolest dudes ever. We sat, just us three, talking for like 45 minutes. Took a picture and moseyed around. I ended up playing like, I haven't seen the second one. And I told that to him. I was like, I'm sorry, I only seen the first one, man.
Oh, man.
But he was super cool about it. And we're walking out and there's this kid playing pianos and like nerdy looking kid with glasses or whatever. I was like, oh, hell yeah, you play, dude. And we were like jamming stuff. I don't know how to play, but I was like, finding notes. And we walk out and he's like, dude, that's the kid from Terrifier 2. I was like, I would have never known.
Whoa.
And you were just
but you were
playing
yourself.
Yeah.
You were yourself, so it was like the best, the most organic way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to approach it, like someone like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm sweating.
I act like I don't know who they are. It's like, oh, hey, how you doing? What's your name, Bob?
Yeah,
nice
well,
Bob.
I freaked out. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, babe, look, I swear to God, that's him. Look at the picture. Look at the picture.
I think you're up to something over there. Like, are they planning to kidnap us?
Right.
Take us out to the middle of the country, do a podcast.
Tell us a little bit about the I Matter Festival in New York. How did you guys land that?
I saw that question, and I'm like, I don't really have a lot to say to that. I think that was just set up through our booking agency at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, it was just something that we landed. I don't know if it was the same promoter from, forget his name. May need to cut this.
It's all right.
No, but
we'll just bleep it out.
Yeah, it was our booking agent set that up, and yeah, we played I Matter, and it was really cool.
Was it like packed?
Yeah. It was like I don't know if it was a racetrack or maybe a baseball field.
Oh, wow.
But
in New York City or just New York State?
Outside of New York, yeah.
Oh, right on.
No, it was just super, super cool. I got to hang out with the guys like Vale and Maya and stuff, and I really like that band. So,
dude, me too.
You were talking about like how good it is to be yourself
and
stuff.
Dude.
This was like, quite a few years back now. So like, I was really excited to meet them, and I had that kind of mature moment where I'm like, dude, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you like the band, go tell them you like their band, you know?
Right.
So
right.
I did, and like their singer Lucas, he was super nice, and come to find out he's similar to me. He has a lot of like nerdy interests and stuff. So yeah, we kind of clicked, and yeah, it was just super cool. Like, I'm like, I should always be like this. Just like, if I'm a fan of this band, like, just act like it. Just
be yourself.
Yeah.
That's the best way to approach life.
Yeah. When I was younger, man, I was like trying to be cool MySpace guy,
me too,
and ego, and that's not really going to get you very far.
Especially being a vocalist. Like,
oh yeah.
We come into that like lead singer syndrome. That's what I like.
LSD, lead singer's disease.
By the way.
Yeah. It just, yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. You get in this mode, this mindset where you're like, no, I need to act cool in front of these people. Dude. But realistically, that's not it at all. You just be yourself.
Yeah, I feel like people can sniff that stuff out pretty quick too.
They can.
Yeah.
We played.
You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
No,
like,
no,
never.
not at all. And we actually played a show. My first tour, my only tour with Convictions. We played a show with Vale and Maya.
Yeah, I remember. I saw a video of that.
Yeah, dude. I never met him, but I enjoyed the hell out of sitting up top with Zach. Just
got the crow's nest.
Oh, dude.
I have a funny story about Vale and Maya. I have to pitch.
Run it.
So back when you were in your old band, Settle the Sky,
okay,
my old band, Arson Our Savior, we played a festival. I think it was called Thrash and Burn.
Okay.
That's a clever name. I like that.
Yeah, it was a cool festival. Vale and Maya was on it, and we had jumped on the local gig, and the Vale and Maya guitar player was backstage. He was tuning his guitar, and my old guitar player, I won't say his name. It's pretty embarrassing. He goes to talk to him. Hey man, I play guitar too. I love your technique. Is this the new Ibanez? Whatever. And I'm just kind of just watching, and oh yeah, this is my pro model or whatever you want to call that, signature model. Here, check it out. So my old guitar player, he picks it up and he starts noodling, which, by the way, my old guitar player was a shredder. Sweeping and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like that.
Dude, did he fuck it up?
Bro.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at Dalton's face.
I know. We need the camera on him.
Yeah. So I'm just standing there watching this. I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, my old guitar, you're going to be friends? Like, this is sick. Just watching. Yeah. He goes, yeah, check this out. Okay, cool. Yeah. Wow, this is a great pickup, guard, action, whatever. And I'm watching. And then he, like, goes to, like, do some kind of bend or whatever. And there's, like, notches in guitars. What are those?
Frets.
Frets,
yeah.
Gosh.
It's a fret wire.
I know, dude.
I only scream. We just hold a mic. Yeah. I just yell a lot. Yeah, so he's sweeping or whatever, and he hits the fret, and the whole, like, bar just shifts completely. So the whole guitar is done. Like,
so it knocked the fret out of place?
Yeah, like the little metal bar.
Oh.
It just, like, slid like a curtain. And
that's not good.
Yeah, and I could tell, like, he was bummed. He's like, that's my guitar you just broke. Like,
now I got to play guitar B tonight.
Yeah, or C or D.
Did he ask to, like, use his?
No. But it was just like,
that's what I would have done. Oh, you broke my guitar?
It was just really
I'm
sad.
going to use yours.
I'm sure it was all fine. But
right.
They probably had a guitar tech. But
he's got 100 of them back there. Anyway.
Dude, that's it. Oh, God,
yeah, I was like, whoa. I'm like,
my heart would have dropped.
I would have
just went out. Went outside.
That special of a moment. She's like,
break your idol's guitar.
Yeah, stripped away.
Hey, you'll never forget that. So you always remember the guy who broke his guitar.
Right. Dude, there was one time at this one show, this guy just grabbed my guitar. I let him play it. It was my own fault. But you know what I mean?
This one time at band show?
Yeah.
The only experience I had, like, meeting a musician and just being myself, and it, like, worked out kind of in my favor, I guess. Avenged Sevenfold was playing in Toledo, and their support was Kill Switch Engage and, like, Volbeat or something.
God, dude, Kill Switch Engage. Oh.
We wanted to get a jump on getting out of the parking, so we left, like, at the Encore. We're like, all right, let's beat traffic. And I'm walking out, and this dude's like, hey, can you take this picture for me? And I was like, okay. So I look, and it's Joel and Jesse from Kill Switch Engage. I was like, no way.
Oh, shit. Wow. You met Jesse?
Yeah, he was a really cool guy. Like, we're going to give him a ride.
What?
They asked for a ride to the bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, like, we got to, like, almost to our parking garage, and the bar they were going to is right there. They're like, all right, well, catch you later.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a cool experience.
Dude, that's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, it was only a few years after he rejoined, I think. But,
oh, man.
Yeah, that was really cool. They're real cool dudes. Goods.
some goons.
Some goons.
So in 2021, you had an amazing opportunity that came out of nowhere. I was there for this.
You were there for it?
Physically?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The preliminary, yeah.
You got a random text at 3 a.m. You want to let us know about that?
It wasn't me.
I like your hook.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, so you're okay. So we're gonna skip ahead then.
Okay.
So that text you're talking about, that was at like 4 a.m. Working at FedEx. I was taking a break and I went out to my car because you can't have your phones at work. So leave my phone in the car. I get there, take my break, and I get this anonymous text from a number I didn't recognize, and it just says like, "Hey Mike, you awake?" So I'm like, I'm gonna ignore that one. I don't know what this is. Like,
that's odd.
Who's that? I don't. It's like kind of a sketchy little line there. So, I'm like, I don't know who this is. Is this spam? Whatever.
I would have thought it was an ex-girlfriend. Be like, no.
New phone. Who this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a number I didn't recognize. And it just said, "Hey Mike, you're awake." And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to answer this. What is this? And then I looked up the area code because I'm like, is this like from another country? I don't recognize these numbers. And it was Lancaster, which is from where ABR is from. So
right.
I'm like, something's going on here. So yeah, I respond, and it turned out to be Brent from ABR, and he's, are you awake? What's like, I might, would you want to do this? And everything just came at me so fast. So I ran back into work to finish my shift. They wanted me to fly out the 8 hours from that text.
Oh wow.
So dude, I can imagine.
Notice.
Yeah.
Going back into work, your mind is racing.
It was shell shock.
Yeah.
It was complete shell shock. Yeah, tingly. There was whites in the corner of my eyes. I remember everything went super tunnel vision. It was just a big moment. You wait
Adrenaline.
for it. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just looking at him.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
You said that you did this guy. I was like,
oh no.
Try again.
I was not doing that. No. Sorry, weird mannerisms.
Yeah,
I thought I derailed.
We got the sun trying to shine in.
I was trying to.
get blinded.
So go ahead. Sorry.
So I did a poor job explaining this, but basically I got a text message from ABR saying hey, something's come up. We may need you to fill in. Would you be interested? And if so, we're gonna get you a plane ticket. You need to fly out in 8 hours, and it's 4 a.m. So, I think it was less than 8 hours, honestly.
Wow.
Because I think I flew out.
Oh my
around
God.
9 a.m. So yeah, it was less. It was
damn.
maybe
Yeah, 5 hours.
So I go back to work just thinking I'm just gonna finish my shift, and then after my shift maybe go home and figure the rest out, because it wasn't a confirmed yes or no. It was just kind of be ready.
Okay.
So I go back inside. My dad, who's a manager, really high up at FedEx. My dad and my brother both work there, so they were working that night. I go to just start working, and I'm freaking out, kind of hyperventilating.
Robot mode.
Shit, I would.
My dad comes by, what's going on? And I tell him, and he tells my brother, And I'm just kind of like, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Go home, start rehearsing,
packing,
start packing, get ready." And I'm like, and they're like, "Forget this job, like go." So I'm like,
That's like one of them moments.
Yeah, like I got a free pass. So yeah, I basically left on the spot, went home, paced like crazy, threw together a bag, finally got on the phone with them because I hadn't spoke to them.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could have been a prank.
Yeah.
Here you leave work for nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, I spoke with them. There's still a lot of uncertainties in the air, like how long I'd be out for. So it could have been one night. It could have been a week. I just threw together a big bag. And then just started rehearsing all the songs.
See, this is what I didn't know. I didn't know that you actually flew out there.
Yeah, so we started in Memphis. So
Okay.
I begged my mom for a ride.
Well,
Go to the airport. It's chronological.
I was about to say,
I'm saying, was that like, okay, so when you flew out, when you got the text, when you flew out,
Same day, yeah.
same day, was that to rehearse?
No.
Okay, so I knew about it at the wedding,
Right.
when you were already rehearsing.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't really know about that, but there was
Oh, I'm
basically
sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. So there was a period, which you're talking about, like a few months leading up to this, where I had been approached because COVID was wiping out all these guys on tour,
Right.
and they would have to be, quarantined,
Yeah.
or whatever. So I was a pick for that. So I had a few months leading up to this just to like learn some songs.
Okay.
But still, like it was just kind of like, this could happen, this might not happen. But
Right.
I had my heart so set on it, so I was that was my main focus in my life, just studying,
awesome.
studying, and being ready.
And I'm telling you what, this guy's work ethic when it comes to that stuff is insane because we were both in his drummer's wedding, and it was just insane to see like me on the outside, like, yeah, woo, yeah, wedding, yeah, my buddy, and he's over here like.
Oh yeah,
like in the corner.
no, this is at the hotel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like in the corner, like in the hotel, we had the what's it called? The rehearsal kind of dinner, and like the party with all the wedding party and all the guests that were staying at the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
I
working.
asked the
Damn.
front desk lady, I was like, "Can I use your printer?" Because I printed all the lyrics.
Yeah,
and
I remember
I
that.
hid in the stairwell, and I was just like watching their videos and studying the lyrics back to back.
So you were already a fan of the band, obviously.
Well, yeah, that's like
Yeah.
a big deal. for me.
ABR
Yeah,
this
that's
ABR is August Burns Red, in case you guys didn't know that, and that is absolutely insanely huge.
yeah, that's the big leagues.
That's
for
the
sure.
big leagues.
Yeah.
They've been around for what, almost 20 years, I think.
More than that.
More
yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit, dude, that's insane. But I remember literally him telling me like, you can't tell anybody because I don't know what's gonna happen. But
Oh, so you're talking about the bachelor party. So
was that at the bachelor party? Oh my
so we
God.
talked about this right when they like were watching me on social media. So like I was like, "Hey, I think something's going on." They followed me and they're
Oh, that's right.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
So
I don't-
that's
so
how
I
they
didn't know.
found you. Oh.
Yeah. So there was like that period of wondering and not knowing, and then when we're at the wedding is when they spoke to me.
Spoke to you.
And like,
Got
hey,
you.
like,
Okay.
This is what's going on.
Okay, because I never knew the timeline of
Yeah.
what was going on.
But you were involved.
You told me, and I'm like, you better fucking do this.
Yeah.
Like, you better do this.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that.
I know. Yeah, like you better do this, dude.
Dude.
I remember telling Anna, about the whole situation, and I'm like, I know you don't know who this is, but this is absolutely mega huge.
Yeah, my dad explained it really well to my coworkers because I just abandoned my job.
Yeah.
A lot like baseball fans. So there's like the Mud Hens, which is our local. What would that be?
Minor
Minor league Toledo.
A minor league baseball player getting called into like the Yankees, and
Yeah.
that's how my dad described. He's like, no, he just got called in to play for the Yankees, basically.
Right,
Yeah, so-
right, like the big leagues.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's got to be surreal. Like,
Yeah, it was.
But
yeah, dude.
but this is what I'm saying, man. This is exactly what I'm saying. Look at where you started as a vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Arson Our Savior was your first band.
No, I've been doing it since 05.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I think like 04, 05 ish. To this experience
Yeah.
was huge.
Yeah.
In other words, you earned it.
He
For
did
real.
because
Put in the work.
his work ethic is great when it comes to
Yeah.
doing what he loves to do. This is why I appreciate you, and I like. You said you admire me.
Yeah.
I admire you, my dude.
I do want to interject, like with like the deserving thing, because like you can't go into what we do or anything like expecting those results.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
feeling
definitely.
like it's earned. It'll never come. Like that's entitlement. So like for me, like it's more than I could ever hope for or ask for. It's
Right.
just
a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah.
Straight up. And
That's insane, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember literally watching like they would post, or maybe it was your posts, and I'm like, oh, my friend Mike is killing it up there with this band, dude.
Oh,
like,
man.
wow. It was just so surreal to see you on that stage with August Burns Red.
Yeah.
And being like, unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Dude, their drummer is really badass.
Oh, he's
Yeah, so I was gonna ask. I was like, dude, the rumors is Matt is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I have never met anyone that's met him and hasn't said that. So I was super curious. Like,
Yeah.
is that
That was one thing I talked about on stage because, like the first half of that tour, I was like an ambassador in a way, like where I was just kind of like a fan experiencing the band, and so like for me, like talking to the audience, it was kind of like, hey, like we're in it now, like as a fan, like we're doing it. But then going into the latter half, like actually sleeping next to these guys on a bus and actually eating dinner and just off stage and stuff,
Right.
like it was the real deal, like straight up, like just the nicest, most professional, kind-hearted people. And Matt being, what you said, like a super kind gentleman, like he took me out and we had cigars and we had coffee and we prayed together. I actually had my brother fly, well, he didn't fly out, but my brother lived in LA at the time and he came to one of the shows and we did a group prayer. And just one of the most like genuine, wholehearted, wholesome men I've ever been around.
See,
It
man.
is so inspiring. Not just I'm not a drummer. I don't like, it's hard for me to fully appreciate drumming, but
Right.
like just as a person, like I'm like, wow, like I want to be like this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
See, man, that's another surreal moment that you probably had. Like, wow,
Yeah.
these guys are like the real deal.
Yeah.
I'm not just watching them on Instagram or Facebook anymore or YouTube. I'm actually having dinner with them and bonding.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people know this, but when you're in a band and you tour, it's like you don't know someone until you live with them type deal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And for you to share that experience with
Yeah.
them, so insane.
Yeah.
And inspiring.
Yeah, it got to a point where it's like beyond just being a fan, because like I was like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
just being straight up like, dude, I'm very inspired by your band growing up, like I'm a big fan, obviously, like that was all said and done. But
Yeah.
and then when we came to what you're talking about, just having like a genuine connection, like I remember one dinner we had, it was an off day, and I was telling him just about this music project I had in mind where it's kind of a longer story, but basically it's like two EPs that would you'd be able to play on top of each other. So one would be an instrumental and one would just be just a normal record, and then
Yeah.
you could play it on top of it and it would just add more landscapes.
Oh,
and
wow.
So I had this like fusion record, kind of a little more prog, I guess, but I had this really cool idea I was really excited about, and the lyrics were going to work together and it was going to have a conversation back and forth. I thought it was like a really creative idea, and so I brought it up to the table and I was telling them about it, and it's like all the forks stopped and all the eating stopped and they all perked up and listened to me and like gave me that time. And
Wow.
and like I know for them they're just listening to me talk, but like for me I was like, wow, like I'm being treated like an equal. And like
Yeah.
that's not something I've really ever had, like growing up, like very well, like the older peers, the big dogs in the
Yeah.
scene that
Yeah.
they don't really look twice at you.
No.
Or at least it feels that way.
Yeah.
And so
No, I completely understand
it
what you're
made me
saying.
want to break down and cry, because it's like I finally feel like an equal, or like
You're being seen and heard.
yeah, and that's something that translates with the way I perform. Like you mentioned earlier, like being aggressive and out there, like that's a response because I want to be heard, and I've spent my whole life not feeling heard and ignored or passed up on or whatever, so it makes me aggressive and it makes me just want to get in front of you. And so just being treated like that was just I'll never forget it. Like,
Man, that's such a cool experience, man.
How'd the crowd accept you? Did they accept
Yeah.
you?
that was something that was tricky at first to kind of wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people they had bought their tickets and came to the show not expecting to see me.
Now they got this guy up there. Yeah.
Brent would go out for like the first half of the tour. And, hey guys, this is a situation. COVID, obviously. There's been a medical emergency. So we have a friend Mike from Convictions. He's going to be singing for us. He would do that. But then like we just got into a rhythm, and there was one point JB pulled me aside on stage. He's like, "Man, I just feel like I'm just playing shows. Like this basically like this feels normal.
Yeah.
This feels right.
Yeah. Like we're in a groove now." So like we stopped. What's the word? Giving me an introduction.
Yeah.
And we just went out there and ripped, and yeah, it was just so overwhelmingly positive. Everyone's like, "Yeah, dude, you're killing it. Like this is sick," and you know I'm on cloud 12 at this point. Right. You know, everything just went numb. Yeah, everyone was really kind. Their fans are so dedicated and so kind, and they learned all about me. And I'm on their Wikipedia now, and there's a museum, and they wanted some artifacts from the tour. So I mailed out like I think a set list, or I was gonna give them my shirt, something. I think I gave him a set list, but the set list is really funny because it has all my cheats on it.
Oh, nice!
I have lots of little codes and little shapes and indicators
reminders and stuff.
Yeah, like they wouldn't know what it means.
R2.
Yeah, left down, right up, left down, right up.
Listen, I'm not getting up, but I have to move my knee. It's like locking up. I'm old.
Yep.
Dude, that's awesome though. That speaks a lot about August Burns Red too.
Yeah,
because
real deal.
Be
a fan.
Yeah, they're able to, keep that sustainability because they're genuine, they're real, they're authentic, and it shows. They, as a kid growing up, I always know their faith was top tier. If you were into the Christian metal scene at all, you know who the band is because of their faith and how honest and genuine they were. So that's super cool that the band and the fans were just like, "Hey, you're one of us now. Let's just rip shows." So,
that's
like awesome, dude.
Good culture. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of your brother, you said that you flew him out.
I did not fly him out. So I'm talking about my stepbrother Daniel, who was living in LA at the time. So he was my only family member that got to see me perform in August Burns Red.
Okay, gotcha.
Live.
Gotcha. Was that the one that you got the privilege of marrying?
No, that's my brother Joey.
Okay,
my brother Joey.
So how did that come about? Because that's a cool little thing. I guess.
Not many brothers get to do that.
Yeah, not many brothers or
let
family
alone a metal
members.
Vocalist. Hey, you want to marry me? That's pretty sweet, man.
I will say, being in that situation, ordaining, or like I had mentioned last weekend here, being like a speaker at a service is so much scarier than performing on stage. It is terrifying.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Dead
don't
silence.
do it. No, don't do it.
Don't get ordained.
No. It was just like the highest honor he could give me. And I think maybe because he had a best man already, so that may have been a factor. But I just went online and basically you just put in your name and you're ordained. Like,
it takes like 10 minutes.
Extremely easy. I connected with my other stepbrother Andy, who is a pastor, and he's ordained quite a few weddings, so he had a few scripts and went over that with my brother. And getting out there and speaking in front of my family was really scary.
Yeah. It's like the spotlight's on just you.
Yeah,
you don't got a band no more.
Yeah,
it's like
I had one hiccup. I didn't. You know how you say "you may rise" and everyone stands as they. Well, I never said "now you may sit," so everyone just stood there for a while, and the wedding coordinator's like, "Oh wait, get down."
You guys can sit down. It's fine.
Dude,
Gosh,
I'm not the type of guy to be like afraid of public speaking or anything, but like last week, like a couple years ago, I got dude ran a stop sign and almost killed me on Route 20, and I had to do a victim impact statement last Wednesday. And like I thought I was just showing up to say what's up to the prosecutor, see what's going on. They're like, "All right, come into the courtroom," and I was like,
I seen your sister post that.
Oh yeah. She's real mad about it, but I forgave the kid. It's like, hey, what good is it gonna do to like say, "Oh, you're a bad person"? I didn't say that at all. I said I forgive you, dude.
I'm telling you what, you are. I say this all the time, but Brock, you are the coolest guy I fucking know, man. Like I swear to God, you are such a genuine person that it just makes. You're the type of dude that just makes people want to be around you. You know what I mean?
Ask Mike, do you want to be around me?
I'm sorry, but like just hearing that, it was like heartwarming. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're all about.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get heavy on everybody.
No, but like I appreciate that because like why Why hold a grudge? It was an accident.
No, dude. That I didn't think that at all. Like, there's people around me saying, "Oh, he's a monster. He did it on purpose. He's still lying about it or whatever."
But look at all the bad shit we've done, man.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
put myself in his shoes. I was like, that could have been me when I was 18. Like, it was just an 18-year-old kid. He's stupid. He's got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
It's like, I just got to look at him like that's me sitting there. The kid was trembling, man. He was scared to death.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, dude, I've been in that same position for less serious crimes, underage drinking. But we went over that before.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to have aches and pains for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, you're going to have an F next to your name for the rest of your life because it was a felony. But
yeah,
that's tough.
But dude, yeah, sorry to get heavy. But yeah, I forgave the kid.
That's good, man. It shows who you are.
It's so crazy you're here, dude, because I don't know what it is. I've been to church and stuff like that, but something's just driving me towards faith and stuff. And I'm on my journey there, dude.
Yeah.
It feels good. And that was a testament to that.
Yeah. You almost died.
Yeah. It's I never thought if you would have asked 18-year-old me, I'd be reading the Bible, I'd be like, get out of here.
Huh.
It's no way, man. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I got to get rid of my edge though. I want to be
too edgy.
Oh yeah, I'm still too edgy.
Yeah, you gotta stop watching that.
Speaking, I'm glad you said that. I'm not gonna ask you what your favorite horror movie is.
You can. I love horror movies.
All right. What's your favorite horror movie?
Halloween '78 for sure.
Oh, dude, John Carpenter is the best director.
Dude, I swear he's been waiting.
Dude,
the whole episode. The whole episode. He's been waiting for this moment to ask that question.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of his other movies? Halloween's obviously the greatest.
Yeah, Thing's great.
Thing, I got The Thing for PS2. Dude, I met the guy from The Fog. I forget his name. I feel so bad.
Oh,
but he was the nicest dude ever. Not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
but dude, The Thing. Have you seen The Thing?
The Scream Queen, you mean?
No, this is all you guys. I have.
Dude,
listen, I'm a pussy.
Dude,
I don't like scary stuff.
It's got Kurt Russell. Come on, Escape from New York, dude. Sorry, you got me on a tangent now.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, dude. Be my guest.
Dude, The Thing. It's got Kurt Russell in it. You know Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's probably the best movie he's ever in, honestly.
It's practical effects.
Yeah, dude, yeah. It's modern horror movies just don't, I don't know, they just don't hit the same.
It's really groundbreaking.
Dude.
Still holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the video game.
There's a video game?
Yeah. I haven't played it yet. It's on PS2.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, I got a
dude.
PS2?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this guy is the most unique person.
I got a cassette tape
Just
collection.
wait.
Yeah, the setup behind me over here, you're going into the 90s. This is the 90s
right
right
He has
now.
all CRTV and
all that on the wall is all cassette tapes.
Wow.
yeah, VHS.
Yeah, we'll definitely throw some
He has
photos up.
Creed, Human Clay on cassette.
Well,
on
I think
cassette.
every household has that.
You
but
have to
that's
have
not
it.
that unique.
That's the standard.
Wait, you guys don't have it?
I think you should leave. You don't have Creed, Human Clay? I want to get my own prison, too. I think that'll add. Those are my favorite,
God,
too.
I love Creed. I will say that every episode. I love Creed.
I love how
I've
Halloween
got stabbed.
Yeah. What?
I've met Scott Stabb, yeah.
Dude, is he cool?
Yeah, and when I took a picture of them, I had my arms
Wide open?
I was in his arms that were wide open. I was, bro. And I was skipping and dancing after that.
Forget about it. August Burns Red. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, dude.
I swear to God, I had the opportunity to meet him, but I just had got my job, and I was on my 90-day probation. My boss wouldn't let me leave.
What?
Oh.
He would not give me the day off, and I was furious.
I would have quit.
They're back, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Dude, they're doing a big tour.
Yeah, they're doing a huge tour. But, dude, that guy smokes, heavily. I don't know about now. I don't know about anymore, but...
I knew Scott Stapp was a drinker back in the day.
Dude, I watched a documentary a long time ago, and this dude was just chain smoking.
I always liked him.
And I'm
Some
over here
people hate
like-
on him. I like him.
When I smoked cigarettes and I would get up there and sing, it was not okay.
Really?
I had my good and bad days.
See, I smoke cigars a lot now, and I smoked a cigar every day in the studio. And
Really?
It
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have any effect on me. But it's not really inhaling.
Yeah, you're just kind of tasting it.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's like Aaron Lewis, the guy from Stained.
Love him.
That dude just chain smokes. That's the only reason he sounds like that. Probably.
Yeah, maybe it's a tone hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Lewis is one of my
Don't-
top favorite
Don't smoke
singers. I'm not
cigarettes.
gonna lie
Though.
to you.
It's bad for you.
Cigars, though. Cigars are cool.
Yeah, cigars are very elegant. It's like
very sophisticated.
yes. Yeah, sophisticated. That's what I meant.
So another thing that we like to talk about on this podcast is skateboarding.
Oh, nice.
And
No way.
yeah,
You think?
Yeah, you think? No,
You know, I love skateboarding. Don't you?
I do. I love it.
Dude, like, I find myself pushing, kicking, ollieing, kick flipping. But, dude, check this out.
Yeah.
Do you know where I got these wheels from?
Where'd you get them from?
These bearings? These rails? These trucks?
That's a nice setup.
This deck? This Slayer hardware by Independent? Do you know where I got it?
Where'd you get it from?
Rhino Skateboard Shop Company, 1472 East State Street, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
No way. Dude,
Yeah.
Same here.
Dude, I think everybody should go there to buy their skateboarding stuff.
I got my trucks, wheels, bearings, hardware, deck, grip tape, everything that you see here from Rhino Skateboard Shop.
That's right. 1472 East State Street, Fremont, Ohio, 43420. Be there or be square. It's totally up to you, but make sure you go and buy a skateboard or any skateboarding accessory.
We'd like to thank Rhino Skate Shop for sponsoring this podcast.
The Jam with Brock and Dan. I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
Right back to the show.
I know you skate.
Oh, I rip.
I know you do. And he's actually really freaking good, dude.
I
Like,
won't even lie. I was stalking the Instagram just to
really?
get some like information.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I came across skate videos, and I found myself no longer stalking. I was watching them all. I was
Dude,
like,
yeah, I
he
went
can
down-
rip,
Dude,
dude.
he
let's
is.
go.
I
I
did
was
that
like,
too.
he doesn't just skate; he
Yeah.
skates, dude.
Dude, one time we were talking about it, and you were like, let's skate soon. Or maybe I said that to you, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm cool.
Oh, shut up.
You wanna see
swear
my
to God,
favorite
dude, I'm like-
kickflip?
I'm cool. I'm not that good.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
gonna.
No, yeah, you may be a ridiculously metal vocalist, but like if you're gonna really follow the Insta, it's for the skate videos.
Yeah,
Because,
dude.
It's a hidden
I was
gem.
floored. I was
Huh?
like, wow, dude, you got to scroll to find them, and they're in there, and they're nice.
I gotta get more clips then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
let's hit the
For
park.
real, let's hit the
they
park.
were-
Let's get some clips.
Yeah, dude. That's where it's
Insta
at.
stories. Yeah.
I'll do my pressure flip thing. That's the only thing I can do.
You got pressure flips?
Yeah, it's like a
not
very
easy.
old thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
gotta
he's actually
It's
really
like a
Casper.
no comply kind of pressure flip thing. I don't know how to
You'll have to
explain.
show me.
Yeah, dude, I'll show you, man.
He skates like a Dogtown.
Yeah, I do like Burt slides and stuff like that.
Like wide, really wide boards
Yeah,
and
like,
stuff.
I like those, but I switched back to an 8.5.
That's so wide.
Really?
Yeah, well,
That's
okay.
like the
You
standard.
just mostly park?
Wherever we can skate, really. But
Yeah.
yeah, lately it's just like past a year or so, it's just parks.
It's just I
That
mean,
is a wide board.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
9
8.5.
inches. It's like 9.25 or something.
Nope. See, I'm from that the earlier era, so like it was like 7.5.
Yeah.
So
I was
we,
gonna
we
say.
had
Little
thin boards,
popsicle.
little
I have.
wheels.
That's
Oh,
what I
got
have.
one.
Yeah.
Because they could flip. I'm like,
Dude,
yeah.
I stood on his and I was like, wait, we used to skate this? It's so small.
dude, I know.
I love it. I love it.
So what's your if you could go to a shop all for free, what's your dream setup?
Well, they don't make them anymore, but they might. The Dark Star hard wheels. When they switched over to Walmart, they're
Yeah.
something's
they
a little
the
fishy
quality.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Blackbone Swiss, Crux trucks.
Really?
I love Crux. Billy Marks, he got me hip to those. Not personally, I don't know. That. I wish.
I was waiting for another
Yeah, sick name drop.
shout out.
I don't know. I've skated so many different decks. A Zero would be cool just because I like the
Yes.
aesthetic and Jamie
love-
Thomas
Sorry.
and Chris
I
Cole.
love Zero.
Yeah, I'd
It's
probably
my childhood favorite.
Look
Yeah,
for
it was
a
my
Chris
first
Cole
board
deck.
ever. Zero board.
Yeah.
That Santa Claus is holding a Cole Zero deck right there. Tech deck.
Oh, right here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's Christmas came early. I got tech decks.
Nice. Yeah, I'd probably go for like a Zero or some cool looking. There's so many brands now I
Dude.
don't know about. Like, and it makes me feel old, dude.
Same.
I went to
Yeah.
this local shop in Columbus, and there was like a brand called Hockey or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are these hockey
Exactly.
boards? What is it? And I guess that's like a big deal.
Yeah,
A
they're
lot of. I'm like, where's the girl? Where's the almost?
Yep.
Where's the Plan Bs? Where's the
Enjoy.
like Zero? Enjoy.
Anything.
Where's
Yeah.
the blind?
Yeah, blind.
The blind, dude. They just came out with a
World
Ronnie Krager.
Industries.
Nothing, dude. It's all like weird brands.
Shake
Yeah.
joint.
And everyone skates like super baggy pants and the little baby
Yep.
beanies, and they're
It's like the early 90s
90s.
style.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what is? You guys are nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here, dweeb.
I was
Yeah.
just talking to my wife the other day. I'm like, I am not ready for the baggy clothes being back in style.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, I am.
Dude, not me.
Bring
bro.
it on.
Dude, I'm 5'4", so when skinny jeans became a thing, I looked like proportionate. In baggy clothes, I looked like a midget, bro. So I was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
ready for the baggy clothes again.
I gotta back off the tight clothes. I'm getting too big.
Pumping
I'm
that,
gonna go more cargo-y
pump
jeans.
that iron.
Yeah, dude.
Too much pump.
Next,
too much.
If you ever
much
come
ice
back
cream.
through, I got to get some tips, man.
Dude, you know what? I was gonna get you some ice cream. I should have, but I couldn't
freezer.
put it in the. I know, but
just right here, just
I
clank it.
know.
Yeah,
but I didn't
dude.
know. I didn't want to like. I wanted to surprise you, so I didn't want to be like, "Hey, man, what's your favorite ice cream?" So I texted John.
Okay.
He said, "Get him ice cream. He'll do anything you want." I said,
Thanks, John.
Yeah, I said,
What is John making me do that I don't know about?
I said, "What kind of ice cream though?" He goes, "No clue." I said, "Well, I guess the
Sky's the limit.
puppy chow is gonna have to do."
Yeah.
I would rock with that.
I told him freeze-dried ice cream. That's always fun.
I could do anything.
Neapolitan
Oh yeah,
ice cream
not picky.
sandwich.
Dang, dude, that makes me bummed out. I was looking at ice cream too.
So we appreciate you, Mike, being on the
Yeah.
episode, man. It's been absolutely awesome. I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day for being here. I want to hit you with a couple quick questions just for the viewers. You've gone through so much, man, already, and I'm curious, and I'm sure everyone's curious. If you had to take one piece of advice that you've gained through all of this journey that you could share to your younger self, or you could share to the viewers, someone that might be, wanting to take the same path as you, what's something you would drop for them?
I think about that a lot, especially as I'm getting older. It's a pretty contradictory because like there's a part of me that wishes I could just go back and enjoy the ride a little bit more, like especially with all the crazy places we've been or experiences or carryouts that you got your chocolate milk and donuts. Like at least you got to stop and smell the roses. Like I think for me, a lot of these years of touring, especially when I was younger, was just filled with stress. We gotta make it. We gotta pop off. We gotta get in front of these people. We gotta draw this number. We gotta, and all that stress like kind of distracted me from what was around me. And I've seen some amazing things, and I know our families will point that out, like, oh, you're going on tour, you're gonna go to this place, that place, like what was it like? And I really can't tell them because it's like in my head I'm just going from sweaty bar to dive bar to hole in the wall to coffee shop, whatever. So I would tell myself to like stop and smell the roses, I think. But on the other end of the spectrum, like in my earlier 20s and party years, like I really wish I would have focused more and took it serious, because now that I'm getting older, like I'm really hard on myself. Like you got to get caught up, and there's this sense of urgency that just, it's not healthy, but it keeps me motivated, or at least pushing forward. So I'm very hard on myself. Like as I'm getting older and older, it's like the clock's ticking faster.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I think of the same things all the time. I'm like, man, if I just would have stopped partying and started focusing on what I loved, instead of getting caught up like, oh, I'm getting more recognition now, like, and it went to my head. So I just started partying and not caring about what was in front of me.
Yeah. Well, that's the privilege of, now that I'm teaching people
I was going to say, yes.
A lot of these guys are really younger, and part of my like lessons is also like slight mentorship for some of these younger guys, and focus. You gotta focus. Like really, if you really want it, then you need to like put in the hours, and you need to be serious with it, because like life happens. There's obligations, there's careers, there's kids, there's whatever. You really got to put the time in and really focus, or else it could slip through your fingers.
All right, right on, man.
Dude.
Yeah, it is the dog. I know you.
I think that's our sign.
I know you mentioned that you are offering coaching. If anyone watching is interested in trying to take a lesson, where's the best place they could go to contact you? Of course, we'll throw all the links down in the the bio and everything too for you.
Yeah, right now I'd just be personally reaching out. So like just DM on Instagram. Really, that's probably the fastest way.
And if you want to learn from one of the best vocalists in the game, this is your guy.
Yeah.
So,
dude, well, Mike, thanks for coming here with us. This is awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
This turned out a lot better. We're pretty nervous about it, but I think it's turned out wonderfully. Dude,
I thought it was good, man.
I don't think we could have had a better guest.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by. This is The Jam.
With Brock and Dan. I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
That's Mike Felker.
We'll catch you guys later.